Hey there, welcome. I'm Kristen Poborski, and today I'm here to talk to you about my favorite 9 tools that I use to help create content and courses for myself and for my clients and students. So if you are sick and tired of overspending, or you have a tight budget, or you're just getting started out building your first online course, this is for you because I'm going to walk you through 9 tools that I have that I use all the time and how I use them to help create content for my courses, not only faster, but saving me time, money as well. So let's dive into this and get started. So one of the things is that, most people don't, when they're creating their first course or even their 5th course, we do not want to overspend on money. It can cost a lot to be on a platform, and that might be where you're at. You're stopped because you don't have the money to pay for an expensive platform. And I'm going to help you with that because one of my first favorite tools for people who are beginning course creators is using WordPress. In fact, I just built a website and a course page using WordPress for a client who was doing her first course. So even if you're doing multiple courses and you've been doing courses, a lot of people back in the day, before there were all these course platforms, we just used a password protected WordPress page, and it still works today to deliver courses and to take payments and create sales pages. That's how we started. So a lot of people, when they come to me and they go, I don't have a big budget, I suggest that they use that. That's what they start out with, that. Something, Stripe. I think Stripe's better than PayPal. And also, I would suggest you need an autoresponder such as MailChimp, Aweber, things like that. Now, if you want to have more of an all-in-one, then I suggest that you use a platform like Kartra. That is my favorite, because it's an all-in-one platform. It's very reasonable and it has everything automated. So if you don't want to have to piece things together and you're at the point where you're making money with your course, it might be a good idea to look at Kartra as an option. Of course, there's Kajabi and a whole lot more, but this really is my favorite, is Kartra. So let's talk about some of the tools that I for sure can't live without. And I know you're going to love this one because it's absolutely free. And it hasn't been around that long, but I'm sure that you have heard all about ChatGPT. Now, I tell my students and my clients to start out with the free one. I have now just upgraded to the paid one, and at $20 a month, it is a lifesaver. So one of the things that you can do with ChatGPT, which I love, is it comes up with ideas. I can take my ideas, pop them in there, and ask it to come up with a presentation super fast. I even take my videos and put my transcripts right into ChatGPT, and then I use it to create content for my course. I used to do it the other way around. I used to build workbooks and templates and all kinds of things. Now, what I do is at the end, I get that transcript. I have a set of prompts that I use and I teach inside of my Smart, Simple, Create courses that sell, that will tell ChatGPT what to do with the content in that transcript to come up with a workbook and action items and even a description to put inside of my course or membership area. It is such a time saver. I even use it for once my course is done to write that onboarding sequence. In fact, I wrote one the other day and it took me less than 30 minutes to get it all written for an entire course onboarding sequence. And I have that all inside. I teach that also inside my Smart Simple Create Courses That Sell program. Like I said, I don't know what I did without ChatGPT before it was around, because man, oh man, it is a lifesaver. Now, one of the caveats with ChatGPT is that what I see is a lot of people these days are going out and using you buying up these prompts and using it to that are just kind of crummy prompts. Now, there are good prompts and there are bad prompts. And I know I'm like going down a rabbit hole here, but I just feel like you should be aware of that. So if you see someone with a bunch of prompts and selling them, I would beware. What you want to do is you want to go to a reliable source that knows something about copywriting and things like that. Because when done right, those prompts can really replace the expense of an expensive copywriter and take your content writing for whether it's your course, your emails, anything like that up a notch, okay? So in the resources down below, I also have my AI guide to creating profitable content. You should take a look at that as well, because inside of there, I teach how to personalize your chat or your prompts and things like that, and give you a better understanding of how to use prompts effectively to get better content than you could get from buying those huge packs of low-priced prompts, okay? So the next tool that I love is Loom. Now, I don't know if they still have the free version, but it's not very expensive. So if I want to be creating something and I want to be recording my screen, I use Loom. I'm actually filming this on Loom right now just because I feel like the quality is better than using Zoom. Now, Zoom is still on here because I do use it quite a bit when I'm creating content. But if I'm recording something just one-off, I like to use Loom. And now that they have transcriptions in there, it makes it so easy to take that transcript, go put it in ChatGPT, and have it come up with all of the things that I need that I spoke of before in ChatGPT. So I love Loom, and I use they have folders, so I keep everything organized inside of Loom so that I have all my course content right in there anytime I need to access it, all right? So then that leads me to my next tool, which is Zoom. Now, again, I can't live without this one either. When I do my beta tests, this is where I film everything. I do coaching sessions in there for my students. I record them, give them the recording. There's a bunch of different ways that Zoom can really, really enhance your course creation and make it that much easier for you. So I definitely love, love, love that. And again, that's what I use to record all of my course beta test sessions. So let's go on to the next tool, which is YouTube. So where do you host all of your videos, especially if you're doing a course and you want to use the no-cost version using your WordPress site? You put them in YouTube and you put them in there as unlisted. That's what I do for all of my course content, where I don't want to put it inside my Kartra account. I put it over there and then I embed it in there. Now, you would do the same thing if you're doing a WordPress site. You would embed the videos right inside there. And again, it's no cost. It's a great place to put your content and to keep it right there. So that's what I use it for. Now, the next tool, love this one. It's free. It's Google Drive. So what I used to do is this is where I keep how I stay organized. I actually put course content in there too, because we're going to go into using Google Docs, but I put things inside of there. But it's a great way to stay organized, be efficient, have everything right where you can get at it. And one of the best things is that it can automatically saves your content that you're creating in there, and you can go back and look at your content and see if somebody's changed it and go back to an old version. So I love that. I use it to collaborate with students and my clients, things like that. So I do not I couldn't live without it. The other thing is I use it for feedback. We're going to go into that one next, because one of the most important things that you can do inside of your courses is to get surveys. I used to use a paid survey, but I don't anymore. I just switched to Google Forms because there's no reason to be paying for an expensive tool to get forms and things like that, when all you really need is the functionality. So again, I use it for feedback collection, and I use it for surveys, testimonials, and it is wonderful. And inside of here in the course, in the beta test, or my other courses, I have templates that I give inside everywhere that you can use to customize and use for your own surveys and testimonial forms. So if you're not using Google Forms, when you're creating your courses or running a beta test or whatever, you need to be using that. Why bother spending money on something that it just does not matter? So the next tool I love is Filmora. I can't live without Filmora. This is what I use to edit my videos, okay? And it's not that expensive, but it is fantastic. It's so easy and user-friendly. I've used other tools. This seems to be cut my video editing time down a whole lot. So not only do I use it for my course material, I use it for my content. Anything that goes on YouTube or anywhere else always goes into Filmora to be edited and then uploaded. Now, I would be remiss if I also didn't include, I see I'm going to go to number 10 now, Canva. I love Canva. Canva is what I use to customize my courses, create images, workbook covers, all kinds of content in there. I could not live without Canva. Now, there's two versions, and I use the paid version, but you can get away with using the free version as well to help you create those workbook covers, any kind of presentation, any kind of pieces that you need inside your course to make it look polished, such as headers, logos, course graphics. Anything you need can be created inside of Canva. So those are my budget-friendly course creation tools that I cannot live without. And if you want to get a copy of the guide, you can, there's a link right below. And if you're watching this inside of one of my courses that you're already enrolled, the guide is right inside of there. And I've got more tools and resources in the listed below, and also in the resource section inside the course. So have a great day, and definitely look through this list and make sure that you are doing an audit of what you have and that you know how much you're spending every month on these tools. You might be surprised. And take a look at the list that I have here and do a little price comparison, and do yourself a favor and look at ways that you can cut your budget, because why spend money on stuff that you don't really need to have? So that's it. Have a great day, and happy course creating.